Good evening. Shabbat Shalom to those in the chapel here and those at home. We're now at 6 weeks into Rabbi Silverman's sabbatical, so that means he has one more month to go. So this about 4 weeks in August, and then he'll be back, and we can all rejoice when he takes over. So, let's begin tonight's service with Ma Tovu, which is on page 101, and we'll also hear Danny Massing sing it. Wandering around the dwellings of Jacob. Now we're going to turn to page 5 for the Shalom Aleichem, and this is the passage where we invite the angels to sit on our shoulders and to overlook what we're doing, and they'll be here for a few minutes, and then they're going to go on to the next shul and sit with the members of the next shul. So let's sing on page 5, Shalom Aleichem, along with Deborah Bletstein.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem Leshalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, malachei HaShalom, malachei Elyon. Mi melech malachei amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, malachei HaShalom, malachei Elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
So now that we're pretty comfortable, having entered the synagogue and sat for a few minutes with the angels, let us turn to page 11 for L'chu Neranena, and let us go and sing to Adonai. Let us trumpet praise to our protector, filled with thanks. Let us greet God, raising our voice in song. So L'chu Neranena, we will, and Cantor Marcia will accompany us. So let's now turn to page 18, and let us read together the end of Psalm 98 on the English side. Call out to Adonai, all the earth. Bring out in joyful singing. Sing to Adonai to the music of the lyre. Lyre and voices making music together. With horns and shofar cries, trumpet the presence of the sovereign Adonai. Let the sea and all that is in it roar. The earth and all who inhabit it thunder. Let rivers clap hands while mountains sing in harmony, greeting Adonai, who comes to judge the earth, judging the world with justice and the nations with truth. Page 20 for Romamu, and it's at, the lines are at the little arrowhead. Exalt Adonai our God and bow down at God's holy mountain, for Adonai our God is holy. So Deborah Bletstein is going to sing this for us.
Sure.
turn to page 23 for the pre-Shabbat anthem, Lecha Dodi, and we, along with Craig Taubman, will sing the first 3 stanzas on page 23, and then the last stanza on page 25.
לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ותפארת ולתחילה. לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, קומי צאי מתוך ההפכה, רב לך שבט בעמק הבכה, והוא יחמול עלייכם. לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לה לה.
Be seated. And let's turn to page 27 and read this psalm responsively. This is Psalm 92. So page 27 and page 28. It is good to thank you, Adonai, and sing to your name most high, to proclaim your love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night.
Finger the lute taught my heart with the sound of thy lyre of myself.
You gladden me with your deeds, Adonai, and I shall sing of your handiwork.
I wonderful are your works, Adonai, how subtly your designs.
The arrogant do not understand. The fool does not comprehend this. The wicked flourish like grass, and every evildoer blossoms only to be destroyed forever.
But you, Adonai, are exalted all time.
Surely your enemies, Adonai, surely your enemies will perish. All who commit evil will be scattered.
As the wild bull raises up its horn, you raise my head high, anointed with fresh oil.
As my enemies gather against me, my gaze remains steady, for my ears listen and hear.
The righteous flourish like the date palm, thrive like a cedar in Lebanon, planted in the house of Adonai, that it flourish in God's courtyard.
In old age they remain fruitful, still fresh and bountiful, proclaiming Adonai is upright, my rock, in whom there is no flaw. Turn to page 39A for the Baruch Hu, and we rise. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMborach. Baruch Adonai HaMborach Leolam Vaed. You seated? And let's read the first bracha on the English side together. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tziva'ot is your name, living and ever-present God. May your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. El Chai V'Kayam, Tamid Yimlok Aleinu, Leolam Vayed, Baruch atah Adonai, Hamarib Arabim. Page 40 for the Ahavas Olam, and let's read together on the English side. With timeless love you have loved your people, the house of Israel. You have taught us Torah and mitzvot, statutes and laws. Therefore, Adonai, our God, as we lie down and as we rise up, we shall speak of your laws, rejoicing in the words of your Torah and in your mitzvot forever and ever. For they are our life and the fullness of our days, and on them we shall meditate day and night. Do not ever withdraw your love from us. Baruch atah Adonai, who loves the people Israel. V'rabatecha al tasir mimenu la'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohei b'amo Yisrael. Page 41 for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'kol levavka, uv'kol nafshecha, uv'kol meodecha, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על בביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וגשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. And now a few moments of silent meditation. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Page 44 for the Mi Chamocha, and we'll accompany Sol K. Ki pada Adonai et Yaakov, ugalo miyad hazak mimenu, baruch atah Adonai, gal Yisrael. Page 45 for the Hashkivenu. Let's read this together on the English side. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save for us the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming, life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. Ufrosh aleinu sukat shalomecha, Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. The top of page 46 for Vishamru with Deborah Pletstein.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ששת ימים, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Yitkadal v'ikadash shemei rabach, bi'alma dibra kirotei v'yamlich malkutei, b'chayechon u'biomechon u'b'chayei, to call Beit Yisrael, ba'agalau b'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei rabba mebarach, v'alam ulal me'almaya, yitbarach. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yifar v'yitwaman v'yitnaseh v'yitada v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei l'kudusha b'richu le'ela min kol b'yachata v'shirata tushbchata v'ne'emata damiran b'alma v'imru amen. And this is where we have our private conversation with God as we rise for the Amidah on page 47 to 52. So let's turn back to page 51. And let's first read together in English the seventh bracha, the prayer for peace, and then we'll hear Craig Taubman sing it. Grant abundant and lasting peace to your people Israel and all who dwell on earth. For you are the sovereign master of all the ways of peace. May it please you to bless your people Israel at all times with your gift of peace. And now, Craig Taubman.
Shalom Rab al Yisrael Hamcha ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Hamcha tasim le'olam. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha tasim le'olam. אתה הוא מלך אדום לכל השלום כי אתה הוא מלך אדום לכל השלום שלום רב על ישראל עמך והכל יושבי תבל שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך בית ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך שלום רב על ישראל עמך ועל כל יושבי תבל שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם
Okay, so today is the 8th of Av, and tomorrow night is the beginning of Tisha B'Av. And I've been talking for the last couple of weeks about the events that are leading up to this. I first talked about the 17th of the last month. What is it? It'll come to me anyway. And then 3 weeks later is Tisha B'Av, which is tomorrow night. And Tisha B'Av, as we have heard, commemorates many events, including the destruction of the two temples. Tomorrow has a special name, Shabbat Chazon. Chazon, it derives from the Hebrew, the root, to see, and it means prophecy. And so the Haftarah tomorrow is actually comes from the book of Isaiah. It comes from the book of Isaiah. And in this passage, he predicts the destruction of the temple, of the first temple. And why? Because the Israelites at that time were involved in idolatry, and harlotry, and murders. And so they were clearly not the people that the Lord would be proud of. And so he predicted that they were going to suffer a big tragedy. And Av, you know what Av is? Av stands for father. And so the good Lord being the father, he comes up with spare the rod and spoil the child. So he knew that, he saw because of all of the indignities of the Israelites, he had to punish them. And to do that, he destroyed the first temple. The destruction of the second temple was for political reasons, but the destruction of the first temple was because a lack of faith in God. So And tomorrow starts the fast, and I should tell you at this point that there will be if you're tune in on Zoom to the Havdalah service, right after the Havdalah service, there'll be a short service for Tish B'Av. And what's read on Tish B'Av is Eicha, which is Lamentations. And basically, Eicha means how or why. And it goes through why did all this happen? So that's tomorrow. Now, this is a pretty, as I've mentioned before, Tish B'Av is the saddest day of the Jewish calendar. Luckily, we don't have to be sad for very long. We're only sad for one day. And then 6 days later, on Tu B'Av, we have a very uplifting holiday. It happens to be a minor holiday, but it's celebrated in Israel. And so what is Tu B'Av? Tu stands for 15th, so it's the 15th of Av. So it's 6 days after Tish B'Av. And what happens on Tu B'Av? Well, a number of things happen on Tu B'Av, and as I said, this is a very uplifting commemoration. First of all, it is a recognition of reconciliation. Now, what is being reconciled? Well, you may remember that a few weeks ago, before Rabbi Silverman went on his sabbatical, he talked about inheritance, and the specific incident that he was talking about was 5 women came to Moses and said, look, we want to be able to inherit, especially when our father doesn't have any sons. The land and the possessions should come to us. And Moses, because before that it only had gone to sons. So Moses agreed that it should come to the women. But that led to a problem. If the women inherited the land, and then they married somebody from a different tribe, and if then the women died, their land possession would then go to their husband, who was in a different tribe. So this would mean that there would be land transferring from one tribe to another tribe. The elders didn't like that plan. So they said, people from one tribe can't marry people from another tribe. So that you had to stay in your lane, and you had to stay in your tribe. So that's why marriage between members of different tribes had been restricted because of possible transfer of land between tribes. And then the other incident which led to restriction of marriage between tribes is a very nasty incident that's presented in the Tanakh. And this had to do with a Levite took a concubine for his wife. And apparently, when she was preparing his food, he noticed that once there was a fly in the food, and then another time there was a hair in the food. So all you wives, be careful. No flies and no hairs in food. He got very upset with her. And it doesn't say what he did to her, but he got very angry. And so she decided she wasn't going to stand for this. So she left, and she went to her father's home. And the Levite, pursued her, and he went to the father's home to reclaim her. He did reclaim her, and then they left their father's home, and then they were journeying back to where they came from, and they stopped in settlement called Giva or Jiva, and somebody took them in. But then it became a common knowledge amongst the townsmen that there were strangers in the town. So they went to this, where they were staying, the hut where they were staying, and they shouted out for the man to come out of the tent. And they were apparently going to inflict some sexual damage against him. The guy, the Levite, was a little bit selfish, said, hey, I'm not going out there. I'm sending my wife out. And so he sent his wife out, and she was toyed with the whole evening by these, the people from the tribe of Benjamin, the Benjaminites. And after they messed with her for a whole night, she died. Whereupon he brought the body back to his hometown, and he dismembered it, and he sent part of the body to each of the 12 tribes. The people from the tribes were so upset that this happened that they said nobody in any of these tribes can marry somebody in the tribe of Benjamin. So the Benjaminites were ostracized. So that's why I say here, concubine of Jiva and the excommunication of the tribe of Benjamin. So this meant that there were two reasons why you couldn't marry between tribes. And so on Tu B'Av, however, the restrictions were lifted. And so after Tu B'Av, they decided that, they proclaimed that people could marry between tribes. And then this is also, Tu B'Av is also the beginning of the grape harvest. And so the married maidens of Jerusalem would dress up in white and then romp in the vineyards. And then the unmarried men would go into the vineyards to select wives. So this is sort of like Sadie Hawkins Day or our version of Valentine's Day. And this goes on today. I mean, they celebrate this in Israel with the maidens dressing in white, trying to attract husbands. So it's a very uplifting holiday, not like the very sad and depressing Tish B'Av. So that's what you have to look forward to a week from tomorrow. I'm sorry?
You mentioned Tammuz earlier.
I can't, you got to talk up.
You mentioned the month of Tammuz earlier, and I was wondering what the significance was.
I still can't hear you.
The month of Tammuz.
Oh, Tammuz, yeah, it was the 17th of Tammuz. Thank you. I couldn't think of the month. That was so that happened 3 weeks ago. And that was the day that the walls of Jerusalem were breached and there were other indignities, but it was mainly the armies, the Roman army and the Byzantine and the Babylonian army breaching the walls before the destruction of the temples. Okay, so that's what you have to look forward to. And so we're going to now turn to page 56 for the Aleinu, and we rise, and so Saul K. is going to accompany us for part of this Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמי משפחות האדמה שלא שם חלקנו קהל וגורלנו כחור המונה ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ ושב מקרוב בשמיים ממעל ושכין עתוזו ברוב הרומם והוא אלוהינו אין עוד אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו ככתוב בתורתו
בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו echad. So we now remain standing for this week, for the 8th to the 14th of Av. We celebrate the yortzites of Moses A. Bear, Robert Podolsky, Alan Donald Rips, Israel Goldberg, Temer Silberman, Helen Edelbaum, Beatrice Kahn, Harold Lampert, Rachel Cohen, Arnold Goldstein, Sam Mazel, and Rose Gerwich. Are there any other names to be mentioned? Here or at home? And the Mourner's Kaddish is on page 58. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah. Bialma dibra kirute v'yamlich malkute. B'chayechon u'byomechon u'b'chaye dekor Beit Yisrael. Ba'gala u'bizman karib v'imru amen. Yehei Shemei Rabba Mebarach Le'alam Ulalmei Almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitvar V'yitroman V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitalev V'yitalal Shemei Dekudisha B'richu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbchata V'ne'mata Damiran bialma v'imru amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Peace to all those who mourn. You may be seated. And so we're going to conclude tonight with Adon Olam on page 211. And we're going to accompany Sol K.
Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yetzir Nivra, Le'nasa, B'chefsa Kol, Azai Melech, Shemo Nikra, Ve'acharei, Kichlot HaKol, Livado Yimloch Nora, Ve'hu Haya, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yetzir Nivra, Le'nasa, B'chefsa Kol, Azai Melech, Shemo Nikra, Ve'hu Echad, Ve'ein Sheni, Lecham Shilo Lechapira. Sheet, b'li tachlit, v'lo ha'oz v'ha'nizra. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yetzir Nivra, Le'nasa, B'chefsa Kol, Azai Melech, Shemo Nikra. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yetzir Nivra, Le'nasa, B'chefsa Kol, Azai Melech, Shemo Nikra. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yetzir Nivra, Le'nasa, B'chefsa Kol.
Everyone here and everyone at home, and now we'll have Kiddush.